Cheers, legend. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Apologies for my tardiness. So, yeah, this stream was meant to start about 4 or 5 hours ago. And, yeah, after night shift, I was hanging around for a while and then, yeah, just ended up getting real sleepy and hit the hay for, yeah, half the day. So, yeah, I thought, fuck it, I'll do it now that I'm up. So, I'll go through the comments first just because there's a few pretty funny ones. So we got Craig, cheers, brother. Buddy Biggs. Hashtag you're late. Yep. Cheers, Paul. So yeah, what it was is normally with the time difference, I can sort of start a stream straight after work and it's at a good time. But now the times are all different. I have to sort of wait around for an hour or two after work, and yeah, it's always going to be a struggle now, I think. My passport is expired, speaking of that. Some stereotypical Aussie stuff expected. Cheers all. Good wordplay there. And cheers, Daniel. Anyway, let's get this review underway. And hopefully there's some fresh comments and some faces in the chat again. So, the beer is by Rocky Ridge, and they're out of Western Australia. I've drank a fair bit of their stuff on the channel recently because they've just opened a brew pub in Melbourne. And when I went there, they had 30 taps. They had a fridge just stacked full of different stuff. It was really good. I just happened to pick up a smoked Baltic porter. So this is part of their limited release, sort of like their experimental range. It's at 7.8%. Yeah, it's called the Maverick series. And this is beer, experimental beer number 3. So yeah, 500 ml can, just your generic like labeling. Most of the time, Rocky Ridge's can artwork's awesome. So yeah, you can tell these are experimental beers. Yeah, let's pour it in. I've got my proper glassware from their birthday celebration a few years ago. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, fresh comment. So yeah, dude, I was meant to do this stream about 4 or 5 hours ago, straight after night shift, and tiredness got the better of me. But here I am now. And yeah, this one might interest you, brother, a bit of smoked malt. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. It's just been chilling in the fridge for a couple of weeks. So yeah, pours like a really dark brown. It's about a 1 to 2 finger head. Carbonation, moderate. Body looks, I'd say, medium. Looks pretty good. Let's go a whiff, shall we? Cheers, Angie. Good to see you. She's all the talk in the States at the moment with the bloody bad weather going on. It's a little scary. So yeah, I'm getting chocolate and coffee. The smoke's there. I'd say it's fairly mild on the nose, just straight up. I'm getting some breadiness as well. Yeah, so Baltic porters, lager yeast. It's a style I normally enjoy. Like, yeah, quite often a Baltic porter, Paul, it'll be sort of similar to like a Schwartz beer or something like that. So yeah, I'm getting some like bready, biscuity character. Chocolate, pretty prominent. Coffee sort of in the background slightly. And yeah, just this touch of smoke in the background. I'm not getting like any fruity aroma or anything like that. Anyway, enough smelling, enough talking, more drinking. Cheers, boys and girls. Quite a smooth mouthfeel. Ooh, the smoke. Hello. So yeah, the smoke's quite prominent on the flavour, which is good. That's what I want. It's sort of reminiscent of like a seems similar like to a cherry wood, like a Bamberg sort of thing. Just going to see on the back if it says, yeah, it says an addition of Rausch malt. So yeah, I'm guessing it's like cherry wood, like what they use with Schlenkerla beers. So yeah, you're getting that sort of slight honey ham sort of thing, woodsy. This is quite delightful. Good balance too. Um, I feel like if you're a sort of a bit of a beginner to smoked beers, it might be a bit too much. Um, the roast is like probably moderate level in this beer, which makes it sort of yeah, like it rounds it out with the smoke. But yeah, the smoke's still like pretty fierce if like yeah, you're not used to it. I mean, I've had so many smoke beers in my day. This is like yeah, this is sort of a good level, but I feel like to most people it'd be pretty intense. Quite a delight, boys and girls. I like it. So yeah, 7.8% drinks around that mark. I think the more it's sort of rolling around the tongue, I am getting a little bit of dark fruit. But yeah, I'd still say medium body. I love when breweries like play around with different styles and yeah, just like I mean, this is a sort of beer you're not going to go into most breweries and they're going to have. So yeah, it's good to see something like this. Yeah. So yeah, it's more of that like old school Bamberg cherry wood sort of style smokiness, more so than like a peated smoke. Um, I mean, with a stout or a Baltic porter, or even just a porter in general, like a dark beer, you can sort of go either way with smoke. Um, I mean, this style suits this beer more because it's like a Baltic porter, so you got that breadiness and sort of yeah, similar to an old school German lager. Pardon me. So yeah, the weather's turned it on today too, which is good. Um, yeah, coming off night shift. Normally I'll stay up for a few hours. Didn't work this morning, but I've sort of slept most my like normally I'll try and aim for about 6 hours sleep at least the weeks when I'm on nights. And yeah, I've already had 6 hours sleep, so I can sort of enjoy the sunshine for a bit later on. I'll go down for a couple more hours before I go to work. Hoping I can join Beerman's tomorrow, but with the time difference, plus he's changed the time of his show now, it might work against me. We'll see what happens. I need to go back, revisit what my words are. Because, yeah, I haven't been on the show for probably 2 weeks or so. So what's everyone up to? Angie, how are you going with the vet, like the position that you got recently? I haven't really heard what's going on there. And Paul, have you got back into the Brewing, brother? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? It's another thing too, when you work nights, you can get a bit lazy during the day. You're just trying to catch up on sleep, and then when you're not tired, like, or yeah, when you're not sleeping, you're sort of a bit zombie-like. So a lot of times you can't be fucked cooking. But yeah, see what happens. I know the lawns need mowing. Fucking shooting up real quick. Yeah, I might have another beer or two after this one, perhaps. I got another delivery today, so that was good. There's actually a Roush beer in there. It's by a local brewery that have teamed up with my favourite bar. And yeah, they've done their own take on like a Schlenkerla Roush beer, and even the labelling's pretty similar. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's hope that's a smoky boy like this one. So yeah, you're getting a touch of like, I'd say sort of maybe like a cherry or a prune. Yep. And yeah, if I'm guessing, dude, if you're like us here in Australia, where I mean, every country, everything's gone up in price, but anything alcohol related is even worse. I know people will say to me, like, if your alcohol tax is so high there, why don't you homebrew again? But it's like all the homebrewing stuff's gone up massively in price as well. You can't you can't really brew like cheap cases of beer anymore like you used to. But yeah, for me, it's just the setup. Where I live at the moment, I just don't really have the setup to homebrew until I sort of move house again or put in a bit of work. I'll start doing it. But yeah, it's something I enjoyed there for a while. But yeah, the town I live in now, I haven't really homebrewed. I did all my homebrewing when I lived in like in my original hometown. Someone wants to say hello. He's just hanging about. He's already been fed and he wants more. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. I am very jealous of your holiday, mate. Looks good. Like some of the prices you pay for accommodation and that, it's insane. That's sort of what I expect. But yeah, like as you said, a lot of the places you were going to, like dining and drinking and that, like it's a bit more expensive. Yeah. It's almost like you really got to get out in the thick of it to get sort of the real good prices. I know when I was in Thailand, I used to like hire motorbikes and I'd ride around and I'd just go anywhere that wasn't touristy and I'd be getting like really good feeds for sort of 2 to 3 Aussie dollars. But anywhere like Phuket and all those sort of areas, you're pretty much just paying similar prices to what you pay back home. Yeah. Looks like you had a good time. I was sort of keen to like jump on a stream with you, but yeah, just the bad timing with my work. Just seemed like every time you went live, I was always at work because yeah, I sort of changed shifts. So oh well, we'll have a drink together at some stage, dude. Hopefully the journey home's not too bad for you. Yeah. Have you done Ho Chi Minh very often? Like I know you weren't there this time. It was like Nha Trang or something, which is like further around the coast. There's some awesome areas on the coast there. Like it's definitely a place I want to visit. Yeah, definitely, mate. I'm just enjoying a smoked Baltic porter. And it's by a brewery in Perth, or they're actually south of Perth. I don't know if you've been to Western Australia when you were here, but yeah, these guys are killing it. They're probably like the best or one of the best breweries on the other side of the country from where I'm at. Yeah, I'd love to go there and just get in the thick of it on a motorbike. I mean, it'd be quite dangerous, but when I travel, I like to sort of live like the locals. Like I'll even go into mountains and go into villages and that where there's no other like tourists, and I love taking risks and that. It's pretty funny. Oh yeah, yeah. Just the fact that you hadn't talked about it, I sort of thought maybe it fell through. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully something else comes up because yeah, it's good for like so many different reasons. Just getting out there and doing something like that, especially like social. I always just worry when people are always at home, especially too if like in like my situation, your situation, many others when you live alone. It's yeah, it's not good mentally just to be always by yourself. Yeah, that's good. Get back into the art. You need to yeah, find yourself some more exhibitions where you can sort of showcase your stuff and see how you go. I know Paul's been going all right with his stuff. I think his lady sort of talked him into putting it in different venues, and yeah, it's worked out well for him. Cheers, Turtle Man. Good to see you, brother. Hopefully, you're fairly well mended by now. Um, I think last time you were talking, it was like maybe a couple of weeks before you were back at work. Cheers, Joshy boy. Yeah, dude, bit late. About 5 hours. Yeah, this Baltic porter's good. You probably wouldn't like it though, dude. She's a bit smoky. So yeah, you're getting bread, chocolate, coffee, biscuit. There's like a touch of spice there, a little hint of dark fruit. The smoke's like yeah, pretty prominent. But yeah, I feel like it's good balance, like it's well rounded. It's yeah, like it's smoky, and for most people, it's probably too much. But just with the relationship with the roasted malt, I feel like yeah, it works pretty well. Yeah. my, my, my dog Jack, he's sitting next to me and his belly made this funny rumbling sound. It's like he scared himself. So yeah, I've had quite a few beers from these guys of late. I've got one more in the fridge, and it's like a huge stout, so it's going to be very enjoyable. Yeah, I'm waiting. We're meant to be getting another influx of American stuff soon, so I'm pretty keen on that. Yeah, cool. You'd be itching to get back. As you said, you were bloody bored shitless at home. I'd be the same. I'd be going silly. Just used to bloody working all the time and being out and about. Like if I had to stay home, I mean, if you can have a drink and do this sort of stuff, it's all right. But I wouldn't sit here doing this the whole time. You're probably on the beers now, are you, dude? Josh, are you drinking? So yeah, I'm considering maybe doing another one after this. I just don't know what style. Or I was maybe going to rock up and say hello to Miscellaneous. I'm not sure if he's still going. But yeah, sort of a weird time. It's like, yeah, 2 p.m. here in the afternoon. But because of the time difference and the daylight savings now, there's still a lot of Americans about. He ended it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bit like me, brother. So yeah, I was gonna go live straight after work with this beer, but then I noticed Disco was live, and I don't know when it comes to other people. Every now and then I'll go, oh nah, I'll let them do their sort of live show, and then I'll go on when they're about to wrap it up or whatever. And yeah, it was probably a good time anyway, just to wait for a bit. So like Americans are sort of coming home from work and that sort of thing. And then yeah, just I couldn't last any longer. I just got real sleepy. The joys. But yeah, this beer is very nice. I might have to save some for a photo. Not that the cans are very exciting. And yeah, I've still got a heap of these, obviously, so I might tuck into maybe one of them afterwards. Good beer. Good beer to have in the fridge just to tuck into whenever required. But yeah, considering maybe another review, see what happens. Not sure what to do. But yeah, score for this. I feel like it, yeah, as I said, well balanced, well rounded. Um, it's roasty, bready, smoky, but yeah, it's like the smoke's pretty prominent. For someone on beginner level, it'd be a little too much, but yeah, for an advanced palate like mine and someone that likes smokiness, it's just right. It works really well with yeah the chocolate, the coffee, the biscuit, the bread. Um, I'd probably say about a 4.3 out of 5. Bit more body would have been good. In saying that though, it's a Baltic porter, so you're never going to get too much body out of it. Yeah, I don't know. Just for the style, I think they've done a really good job. Cheers, Ghost. Good to see you, brother. Yes. 5 and zip, brother. We are killing it. Oh, yeah. How are you, Case? I was saying that. So I'm saying cheers, Ghost, and it's KC. I think I seen Ghost in the chat. So how are you, KC? Yep. Yeah, I'll see what happens. I'm assuming that Drewy just got tired. But yeah, I obviously can't go too hard. I'll have a couple because I'm working later tonight. I mean, it's still like 9 hours away, but yeah. So yeah, what did I say? 4.3 out of 5 for this bad boy. So yeah, Lost Passport, Smoked Baltic Porter at 7.8. So yeah, Rocky Ridge. They're out of a town called Jindong, which is I think it's inland from Bustleton. And Bustleton's a nice coastal town. It's got this huge as jetty that goes right out to sea. It's like one of the biggest jetties I've ever seen. You'll be walking out there for ages. You feel like you're in the fucking middle of the ocean. So yeah, they're sort of like a small town inland from the coastal area. But yeah, as I said, they're killing it now. They've got a brew pub over here in Melbourne. Yeah. Anyway, I might wrap it up. So yeah, maybe see us again shortly. Who knows what's going on? But yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. And as I said, apologies for my tardiness. It was meant to be a lot earlier today. So yeah, that doesn't happen very often. All part of being a shift worker and having a shit time difference here in Australia. So yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you again.